Hey guys, welcome to the fourth module of the Linux course, and in this session we'll be learning environment variables. So in environment variables, let us first look what are the available things. So first, what is an environment variable? So an environment variable or variables are used to store some values in a shell script, not just in a shell script, even in the system, in the shell. You can store them in an environment variable or just a variable. So there are two types of variables. One which is stored locally, which I showed you, it is just for that particular shell. One is global, which is available in every single shell. So that's what you can see here. Local can be used locally in that shell where it is defined, can be used in any running process or shell script globally. So that's the difference between local and global in environment variables. So now we'll be learning four things: defining a local variable, accessing a variable, defining a global variable, and removing an environment variable. Even though we've seen all this, we'll do a quick brush up and we'll see what is the importance of environment variables. So now, why are environment variables important? So an environment variable will already be available when you log into the shell. So whenever you switch on your system and your operating system turns on, so after that you'll be doing your normal activities. You'll be opening your browser and whatever application you want to use, or opening the terminal. So while you're doing all this, even when you boot the system or if you turn off the system, the environment variables will be available in your operating system. So for example, one environment variable will be showing the path to your home directory. One might be showing the name of the administrator. One will be showing the name of the place where the mail command is. So one will show which particular service is running this terminal. So there are so many different environment variables, and each variable will be showing one particular path or one particular task. So an environment variable will decide how your Unix system is working. So you can change the variable for your home directory. Whenever your system is opened, your home directory will be a different directory because you've changed the path to the home directory. So when you log on to your terminal, when you open your terminal, the first directory which you see will be your home directory, not your root directory. So now if you change the path of your home directory, every time you open a terminal, the path will be changed, so that every time you open the terminal, you will be already in a different directory which you have mentioned in the environment variables. Now first let's look at this. First, define the local variable. So they are defining a local variable, and then they are printing it, and they are looking at print env. So they are showing that local variable is available. And what else is there? And export local variable, and that's what they did over here. And then here echo var1 local variable, unset it. So this is how you remove an environment variable. Now let's go to our operating system, go to our terminal and check this out. First, let us see. So env is the command which you can use to check out every single environment variable available in the system. So you can see every single environment variable. So now let us do something. I will sort it and see the first 10. So env sort head minus 15. Okay. So now you can see color term true color. Okay, this is all. So desktop session is GNOME. This is a GNOME terminal, and then you can see home directory is /home IntelliPad. Now if I do a pwd, it should be in home IntelliPad, because whenever you open the terminal, you will be directed to the home directory. And then host name is localhost.local domain. So this is the host name, and then GNOME terminal screen. So this is your terminal screen's path. So you can see that over here. So now what we're going to do is we'll create a local variable, var1 equal to local variable. Okay, we've created. Now let us print this. It should be available, local variable. Now let us enter another shell and try the same command here. Go $var1. So it's not available because it's a different shell, and the local variable scope ends in the same shell itself. Now I'll exit, and now let us make this a global variable. So to make it a global variable, use the command export var1. Now it will be available here as well. Sorry, it should be available here because it's a global variable right now. So now if it is a global variable, obviously it should be available in env. So let's see if it is available in env. So I'm going to grep it, and you can see it is available in env as well. var1 equal to local variable. So now this is also considered as a environment variable because it is globally available. So this is how you create a global variable. So now let's do something else. There is one more command, print env. So you can see in print env, again it is the same thing as env, the same command, the same operation, but just a different command. So you can see username, and pwd will give you the latest pwd was home/intellipath, and then home/intellipath, and then pairs var1. So you can see var1 over here, local variable, and shell is equal to /bin/bash. So now let's do something. So I will enter some different directory. I'm in a different directory. Now let me do this. Now I am in home directory in intellipath again, because this is the global variable. Home should be here. So you can see home is /home intellipath. So obviously when I do this, it should take me to my home directory. That is one reason why you can keep this. So you can basically create another global variable so let's say you go to one particular directory quite often. So for that directory, you can create a global variable or an environment variable and export it so that it's globally available. So once it is done, you can use that particular name to always enter into that particular location. So it's pretty simple. You don't need to do anything else, because you just have to type in cd and dollar and the name of your global variable. So that is more than enough. So now echo $var1. So the global variable is available right now. So now let's do one thing, how to unset it. It's pretty simple. This is the only command you can use to unset it. So now just var1. So now if I do an echo, value should not be available. Now if I search the same command inside env, it should not be available because it is removed as a global variable. So even that is removed. So this is what we'll have to see about environment variables. You can issue global variables and they can be really useful to you. And this is what I was talking about, the shell. You can see over here, intellipath at localhost $. So normally if it is a bsh or a csh, you'll just see the dollar or the what else, percentage symbol over here if it is a csh. So that's what. And one more thing, so shell scripting, where you can use, where can you use shell scripting and where can you use environment variables? So you can use them in a lot of different tasks. First, obviously, it is automating commands. You can basically automate tasks you want to do. You can write a shell script, put in some commands, so you can just use that particular shell script to run those commands automatically. And then you can do one more thing. You can basically create alerts. You have a cron tab, which we'll be learning further in this module. You can use that to set up reminders. You can set up automated tasks to run. Then you can use shell scripting to do some tasks within the system itself, or to send a mail. So you can do all these things, or to copy files at a particular time, or at a certain interval, like taking backup, like that. So you can do a lot of different things using shell scripting. That is why it is very popular. So let me get back to the slides. So we've seen all this. So we'll end this session right here and meet you in the next session. Thank you.